And welcome everybody. This is the 12th episode of Arc of Wrestling. I am your host, Greg Alvarez, and joining me today is the Arc of Wrestling crew. We have Mike.
Hello.
We have Jonesy.
Greetings.
We have Strike.
Now this is what you call an intro.
And we have, what's his name? Oh yeah, that's right, Hunter.
Man, you're a terrible host.
I just did that on purpose. And we have a very special guest today. He is the owner, the founder of the Main Event Network. I would like everybody to introduce the man that could make us streaming live possible, Tad.
Daniel Bryan sucks. He doesn't deserve the world title. The end.
Screw you!
I called it.
Why are you on my podcast?
I don't know. Why am I on this podcast?
I don't know. Okay.
I just want to give a round of applause for Greg for that wonderful intro.
Thank you. Thank you.
Not everybody clap at once.
We are kicking off the Main Event Network's Children's Hospital marathon. You could go to the website, you go to the main stream at twitch.tv/maineventnet and donate. I bet you the donate link is also on the Main Event Network website. Am I right, Ted?
If it's not on there now, it will be soon.
All right.
So keep your eyes peeled
donate,
for it.
The more you donate, the more we shut up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Donate or we'll start singing bad wrestling themes.
Yeah, there we go.
I will start singing Lady
You don't want to hear
Gaga's
Greg sing it.
Alejandro
Thank
song
you.
because you know you love my beautiful voice. I am.
Nice.
I don't. Shut up. Anyways, we're gonna get this started.
They think I'm cute.
Oh my
They
god.
know I'm sexy. I got the looks.
Oh my
Christmas
God.
songs. I didn't think of that.
We are starting off with the Raw Super Show. Oh yeah, TLC did just end like 25 minutes ago. Well, 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So we will be covering TLC tonight, and we will start off with the Raw Super Show, which is also the Slammy Awards.
We gotta be quick about this.
Yes, I am going to be running right through this, and then we will go over the show after my results. So we start out with Booker T and Hornswoggle coming out to introduce the first Slammy Award. And what was it again? It was the Oh My God moment, I believe. And pretty much all nominees were, and the winner of it was son of a bitch. I'm already. Oh yeah, it was
You're
JR.
just bad.
That's right. Okay, it was the Oh My God moment, or something like that, and JR wins it.
Something like
It
that.
caused
JR won for his dance hall.
it causes JR to come out. Cole gets pissed that JR won the Slammy Awards. He challenges JR to a rap. This
Rap
had to
off.
be the worst sound I've ever heard. I actually had to change the channel because the Slammy Awards every year are always this ridiculous, but
I
I
liked
think
it.
they went a little overboard with the ridiculousness.
Cole's the next Eminem. That's all I have to say.
Oh no!
Get out.
He's too intense to be Eminem.
Well, didn't Cole say he listened to Eminem? It was, I don't know. JR was terrible. Cole was terrible. Even Cena says at the end of the show how terrible JR's rap was. Hard to watch, pretty much. I don't even recommend going back and even seeing how bad it was. And we're going to go straight to Mick Foley coming out and the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase Sr. for the holy shit moment of the year.
That was a great segment, by the way. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, this was pretty good. The nominees were Sheamus powerbombing Sin Cara through the ladder, Randy Orton catching Christian with an RKO on steel steps, Big Show and Mark Henry collapsing the ring, and Evan Bourne hitting the air boom off the ladder, which he probably does like all the time. Anyways, the winners of that was Big Show and Mark Henry imploding the ring. And at the pay-per-view, that's the second worst selling pay-per-view of the history of WWE.
Besides December to Dismember.
Yeah, December to Dismember was the worst selling.
That also got Paul Heyman fired.
I don't even remember that pay-per-view.
I do.
I
It was
didn't
an
even-
ECW pay-per-view, wasn't it?
I
Yes,
didn't
it
even
was.
watch it. Probably like that's how bad it was.
Yeah, the main event.
But you
was
watch
just-
TNA.
I don't. I'm okay. I missed like 90% of wrestling this week because my TV's been broken. Well, my DVR has.
That's why they
Did
use
it get
the internet.
Well, I didn't want to watch on a crappy stream. It's all laggy and the quality's kind of bad. Anyways, Big Show comes out, says the World Heavyweight title is going to look good with the Slammy. And then we go on to our first show after like 30 minutes into the show already. We have Big Show versus Wade Barrett.
Wade Barrett.
Wade Barrett.
Or
That's like the weekly thing now.
Yeah. The winner of this match, nothing really big in this. It was Big Show. By disqualification. And then we get more talking. We get, oh my god. How good was Road Dogg?
Road Dogg came out.
Road Dogg, even
how good
for
was
him,
CM Punk?
He
with
needed
his-
a bigger pop.
no, he did, but I bet you no one remembered him.
It makes me sad.
He was amazing. For him to stay clean like that and still create this awesome rap was absolutely amazing. And then it was for the pipe bomb of the year, the Slammy. They put this video package together that featured CM Punk, The Rock, Booker T, Steve Austin, Sheamus, Mean Gene, Zack Ryder, Johnny Laurinaitis, Teddy Long, and others.
R-Truth?
then-
Come on, how could you forget R-Truth?
Oh yeah, R-Truth
He
took,
should've
half
won.
of that video. But
Yeah,
he was suspended, so
R-Truth should have won.
he should have
Yeah.
won.
He probably would have if he wasn't
But then
suspended.
remember the name of the actual Slammy, which was Pipe Bomb of the Year. Punk's phrase that he created. You knew that was going to go to Punk. If they probably would have said like best commentary or best
That's
charismatic
Punk.
of the year
best little Jimmy moment.
or Little Jimmy moment, that would have gone to R-Truth. But if they called it Pipe Bomb, it's going to go straight to Punk. The winner was Punk. Punk did an awesome acceptance speech when he comes out with a little dummy with the dynamic dude shirt on. Thought that was sweet. Does an awesome little mocking Johnny Laurinaitis as we go on.
That was hilarious, by the way.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
funny as hell. The Divalicious Slammy Award, I left because I didn't want to deal with any of the divas. I came back seeing that Kelly won, and then Beth and Natalia tried taking the thing away. Oh, and Lita returned as well.
Yeah,
Lita
after she
made
got
her...
arrested.
Yeah, immediately after her arrest, she comes.
Yeah.
I wonder if she drove to Raw that night.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Like, I was expecting her to at least mention the mugshot and everything, but, I bet you they were trying to... I bet you they had her lined up for a while.
Yeah, that was a
She
terrible
still looks good.
mugshot. She looked so bad.
Oh, she looks so drugged
Who
up.
has a good mug shot?
Who has...
There's people.
Yeah, there's
There's
people.
people.
There's people who have some... Bill Gates
Nobody
did a good... Bill Gates has a good mugshot when he was
Nobody
back.
has a good mug shot.
Bill Gates looked like he was, like, hip and shit when he did his mugshot.
Nobody has a good mug shot. It's the worst possible lighting in whatever room they do it in, and it's just...
You know from personal experience, right, Strike?
No, it's just you can look up any mug shot, and it's just the same thing.
We go on to Santino Marella comes out to present the Slammy for Oh My God Moment of the Year. He is joined by the
Right.
Bella Twins, and nominees are Triple H hitting the tombstone on Undertaker, The Rock hitting the rock bottom on John Cena, the WWE roster walking out on Triple H and CM Punk for leaving Money in the Bank with the WWE title. And the winner was Triple H as he comes out with the sledgehammer. I would just like to say something. We're already an hour, almost like 45 to an hour into the show, and there's only been one match. The
So it
match
was
was
a-
pretty short, too.
It wasn't a normal match. A normal night. It was just a work show.
But still, you
With matches
would
thrown in.
have think that after every Slammy Award they gave out, there would be a match. but they continued on.
That implies they know what they're doing.
I don't know. I would have liked seen a little bit more matches. Pretty much Triple H comes down and talks about the TLC match, and Santino's trying to hand him the Slammy Award, and then Triple H scares him, and then he runs off with the Slammy. Then David Otunga and Tony Atlas come out to present
Mike's
the
favorite
Slammy
wrestler
for Trending Star of the Year. Alice just laughs while Otunga tries... What?
It was the Trending Worldwide Award.
Yeah. So Alice just laughs while Otunga tries to present the award. This goes on for a few minutes until Otunga yells at Alice. The nominees are Cody Rhodes, Daniel Bryan, Dolph Ziggler, and Zack Ryder. Pretty much setting up the match that we are going to be seeing next. And all 4 nominees were going to in a match. Decent match. Ends up Dolph Ziggler wins, but the most trending star award goes to Zack Ryder.
Yay.
This is just more build-up to their match at TLC. Jerry Lawler comes out to present the Slammy, the winners for... Christian comes out to present the Slammy for Game Changer of the Year. He comes out on crutches, wearing a neck brace. The nominees were Vince McMahon being relieved of his duties by Triple H, Edge being forced to retire, Kevin Nash attacking CM Punk, The Rock and John Cena making their WrestleMania match, The Rock challenging John Cena, wins, and out comes John Cena to accept the Slammy.
I thought that CM Punk one was him walking out.
What?
I thought the game changer with CM Punk was the one where he walked out with the title.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It says right here it was Cena. I remember it too. Cena came out and was talking about The Rock and how,
No, I'm talking about the choice. You said it was Kevin Nash powerbombing Punk.
Punk, the TLC, the Money in the Bank thing where he walked out.
No, that wasn't there. But it was Kevin Nash attacking Punk. They didn't put that one in.
Oh, they didn't?
No.
I'm pretty sure it was, because we were raging pretty hard over it.
I'm looking at it right now. It says it wasn't put in. Probably it was, and they forgot to add it.
Oh well.
Anyways,
it was just more build-up. Personally, if I would have to pick that one, because the big game changer would have been Vince and Triple H. Because that's, you have, a match set up a year before it actually happens versus a man who's owned the company for 20-plus years being relieved of his duties by his son-in-law. What's the biggest game changer? This is just more hype for their match at WrestleMania.
But see, that wouldn't have happened had CM Punk not walk out with the title.
Yeah.
See what? That was basically the big event that caused all those chains to happen.
But then that didn't win. Anyways, and then we just go to...
Was that Alberto Del Rio and The Miz versus CM Punk and Randy Orton?
Exactly. Pretty much, the winners in that match was Miz and Del Rio. And after the match, Del Rio puts CM Punk into an armbar with a ladder right between them. This is stretching out Punk's arm, hurting it probably, while Miz just yells in the face of Punk. That was a pretty decent match. We'll talk about it after. Sheamus versus Jinder Mahal. And...
You forgot the A-lister of the award. Let's just Goldust and Vicky come out, present the A-lister award. The winner is Snooki.
The nominees were the Muppets, Snooki, CeeLo, and Hugh Jackman.
Snooki.
Just name the winner. Just name the winner.
Snooki. Why?
Freaking Snooki.
If the Muppets made such a bigger impact, Snooki was there for WrestleMania. It makes no sense. It was just to promote.
So WrestleMania win is not the same as an episode of Raw.
But it's Snooki.
Snooki won in a WrestleMania match. The Muppets hosted an episode of Raw,
which was a lot more entertaining than the match.
Yeah, but most everyone likes the Muppets.
No one likes
still,
Snooki.
the A-lister of the year. That was the biggest accomplishment.
And besides, that was promoting the new season of Jersey Shore, I believe.
Muppets their own movie.
Now people get so blinded sometimes.
And then Sheamus versus Jinder Mahal. God knows anybody cares about that. And then we get back to commercial, and we have Rey Mysterio come out, making another return for Raw. And it was for the Superstar of the Year Slammy. The nominees were Randy Orton, The Miz, CM Punk, Alberto Del Rio, Mark Henry, and John Cena. And the winner of that was Punk. But because Punk was attacked, Johnny Laurinaitis comes out to accept the award. And that moves on to our main event, which was Mark Henry versus John Cena, which ended up being the biggest surprise of the night, as we finally get what we've all been waiting for, Kane's big
The only good part of the Slammies.
As the big red monster. Kane returns with his mask.
No, he came in with a welder mask first.
He came in with the welder mask on. He took it off and he shows that he has the mask on. Now,
well, it's not a mask. It's just a normal reddish mask.
It's a mask. If it's covering his face, it's a mask. And because Strike was a dumbass, he thought it was The Undertaker at first. Now, I can understand where you got that from because of the way he stands, but if you looked at it a little closely, you knew it was Kane under that mask.
Kane has that distinct smirk on his face.
Not just that.
He was standing and walking a lot like Undertaker was.
But not just that. Not just the smirk. First, he doesn't have the tattoos on his arm that Undertaker's both arms are covered with.
That can be
also
covered up with makeup, so I mean that's not really a good argument.
Also, his eyes. Kane has that distinctive fake glass eye, the contact that shows just his pupil. He had that when he had his mask on.
Yeah, but
you
anybody
knew that was Kane under that. Now, I can understand at first impression it was probably Undertaker, but then again, why would you make Undertaker a heel right before WrestleMania? Right before his 20th win. It wouldn't make any sense.
Undertaker and Kane are above the heel and face thing. Their entire gimmicks are being supernatural and stuff. They're not.
No, Kane isn't above that. Probably right now he is, but before the mask he wasn't. He was either a babyface or a heel.
No, but you see his gimmick is being psychotic and mentally unstable.
He didn't play that for the past 2-3 years. Probably, here and there, but he didn't play that as much as he played when he first removed the mask.
Yeah, but I mean, he could chokeslam my face one week, chokeslam another face the next week, and then still get cheered the third week.
It's called a tweener. That's what we call a tweener. He's between the lines of heel and face.
The problem is, Undertaker doesn't get booed.
Exactly.
Undertaker's never getting booed.
Even when he was facing Shawn Michaels and Shawn Michaels' career was on the line, Taker was still cheered. No boos were heard. It was both cheers for Shawn Michaels and Undertaker. Undertaker's probably the biggest baby face of the company.
No, Undertaker cannot be heel. He will always get cheered. He cannot be face. He will always get cheered. He is above that line. He's supernatural.
I just want to point out, if that was Undertaker, then they did a great job covering up his full sleeves on both arms.
That's a lot of makeup. That's not really anything impressive.
That's a lot of tattoos to cover up.
Yeah.
He's got full sleeves from his shoulder blade, his shoulders all the way down to his wrist. That's
just a lot of makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have to do it perfectly to where you can't see him when the light shines on his arms. But, alright, Greg.
Alright, I mean, you guys want to talk about anything on Raw? Did anything catch your eye? Did you enjoy something?
Why was that show so awesome?
Oh, God, I don't know about Ted. You haven't said anything for a while. What do you think about that Raw show?
Well, I think it was a good show to lead up to what it was all about, which was not only the build-up to tonight's pay-per-view, which was TLC, but also to kind of build up the whole award show. There wasn't a lot of matches. The matches that did happen, if you want to call them that, weren't very long for the majority, for the most part, because the emphasis and the focus was on the actual awards, to give out the awards and showcase some of the finer moments throughout the year. Because, I mean, isn't this is coming to like one of the last couple of Raws. Actually, when's Tribute to the Troops? Is that tomorrow night?
Yeah, that was Tuesday.
That was Tuesday.
It was Tuesday and Saturday, I think.
We will actually be going.
Okay, so there's 2 more Raws remaining for the 2011 year. So we're getting pretty close to the end of the year for wrestling, and they wanted to just use this show to showcase and look back on some of the finer moments of the year. Now, one thing I was kind of disappointed in is they didn't really put much emphasis on the. I think they did one thing for the old school Raw, if you guys remember that. I think they had one segment for that, one qualification, and that was with the whole thing with the Rhodes brothers backstage, and they all danced and hacksaw and all that. I think that might have been a nominee for a Slammy. I could be wrong on that, but I thought that was an awesome show earlier in the year, the old school Raw, where they brought back all and they didn't really put much emphasis on that on a show where they're trying to reflect on the finer moments throughout the year. That's one thing that stood out in my mind about that. And then and then the other thing is what exactly are they trying to do with Jinder Mahal? I mean, I know you guys don't really want to talk about it, and really no one else does either, but I could see the potential for this guy. I really can.
When Jinder Mahal was in FCW, when he was actually being brought up, he was supposed to be like Del Rio. He was supposed to get this huge push, but I think the creative team did get a mind change on it, and from what really messed up his push is his team up with Khali. If he went on his own, I bet you he would be a lot more entertaining and probably a lot more of a heel. But, right now, besides getting that heel, I could kind of categorize him as the heel who's annoying, that you don't want to watch. He's not the heel that you want to watch get beat up. He's the annoying heel that you just don't want to hear. He's like the Michael Cole.
Now, could you attribute that to the fact because that's just the wrestler he is, and that's just the way he is, and nothing's going to change? Or can you attribute that to the fact because that's all they're giving him on the leash to be able to do on camera?
It's what the writers are doing with him. I think the way they started Mahal in the company screwed him out of at least, in the first year that he's going to be in the company, because he was teamed up with Khali. Khali wasn't one of the most greatest, he's probably one of the worst wrestlers to step in the ring. But to have him team up and then dominate Khali when he gets released from the company, there wasn't anything big. It wasn't anything, I'm going to remember that from 2011. They dropped the ball on his return.
Well, they had a match and Khali squashed him. That's what killed.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
And it seems like WWE is a huge suspect of that. I can even date back to the Rodney Mack days when they had Goldberg come out and just completely annihilate him, and then what happened to him? He was done. But all the weeks leading up to that, it was the White Boy Challenge. And then you got the Mark Henry monster pushes over the years. You've got the Kane monster pushes. Oh, here comes Kane. He's back. Let's be scared of him. He dominates a couple of jobbers, and then 2 months later down the road, he gets killed by Edge in a pay-per-view match, and he just flutters around for the rest of his career. It's ridiculous. They need to put more emphasis on monster characters, and that's why tonight I felt that it was kind of ridiculous that they had Mark Henry lose, although I was told after the match that he is legit injured, and there's nothing you can do about that. But, I mean, they need to stick with the monster heel role and implement that more. It seems like the only character that they've strategically used that on, the best that they can do that is with The Undertaker. And I guess you could consider John Cena kind of a monster character too, in the way that he's a good guy and he's got, he's just John Cena. He's got Cena powers like Hogan did back in the 90s. But yeah, I mean, I'm seeing people talk about Brodus Clay, and I'm seeing all this talk about Brodus Clay. Well, who's to say that Brodus Clay is going to have a couple of good months? Yeah, he's a monster. Yeah, he's a freight train. No one can stop him. Oh my God, here's a promo of him kicking people's heads off and slamming people all over the place. But who's to say 3 months down the line he gets injured legit, or he gets demolished by, your top babyface at the time, and then he's just never the same again. And you see that with character after character after character throughout the years in WWE, and that's why when I see Kane with the mask back on, I'm like, okay, it's just only a matter of, the mask looks great, that's what we've been waiting 10 years for, but, I mean, honestly, who's to say, like, Kane's going to lose to Cena, and then he's just going to go back to feuding with Jinder Mahal on Raw every week?
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you that, John, okay, I'm going to bring this up because Orton's in a position right now that I agree that he should be in. He's pushing younger superstars. He pushed Rhodes, he pushed Barrett, he's probably going to be going on pushing someone else, or he's probably going to take a break. Cena needs to go into that position, and I think one guy that I think he would work well with would be Jinder Mahal.
When talking about Jinder Mahal, I could see him being like a Muhammad Hassan type of character where he hates America.
And see, I loved Muhammad Hassan. He's one of my favorite heels of all time, and I'm a very patriotic person. I don't put up with that crap. But I thought for a pro wrestler, that was the most awesome thing that you could do. Yeah. And this country is way too politically correct for you to be able to get away with some of the stuff that they were trying towards the end of his run with the mass terrorists running out and stuff. People were just getting pissed off. You can't do that stuff down in the South and expect people to, this is just wrestling. Now, I mean, you touch a soft spot there, and you cross the line eventually. But they could play it outright with this Mahal situation.
Oh yeah, totally.
And do it just right.
Mahal isn't from the Middle East; he's more Indian.
That doesn't matter. He can still bring
wrestling's wrestling. I mean, Kamala was the Ugandan giant, but he was from Dallas, Texas.
Yeah,
you could be anything you want.
Yokozuna was Filipino or Samoan, and he was billed from Japan.
Well, I don't think a gimmick like Hassan's will work now in the PG rating anyway.
That's again one of the problems. I mean, one thing I have to say is that the PG rating, I feel like, isn't even relevant anymore. When they first started it, if someone started to bleed, they would stop the match entirely to go, fix the guy. Today, we just saw, I forget who it was, Barrett, cut himself open, was bleeding. They didn't care. They continued with the match. When Rhodes, a couple months ago, got hit with the belt and he got busted open, they tried to, clean him up, but they just stopped and they continued on to what they were doing.
Because Rhodes is hardcore.
And now they're cussing on live TV. They're saying ass a lot after The Rock came back. Ass isn't that bad, but still, you're kind of breaking the PG.
You can still do an unpatriotic thing, though. You don't have to. You can make it PG and have it unpatriotic. You don't have to.
And there's a promo, that I find that cuts into a little racism. That happened in TLC with Teddy Long and Hornswoggle.
Well, we'll get to that.
We'll get to that, but I found it was really funny, but I sense a little racism, and I don't see if the PG is even relevant anymore. I think it's slowly becoming irrelevant over and over again, and I think once it becomes back to PG-13, it would be a perfect time to push Mahal. But right now...
You mean TV-14?
Or TV-14. But I think right now, they're going to at least have to keep them in there, so when that time comes, they can push them.
To be fair, 9/11 probably killed that general gimmick entirely.
Well, he did that gimmick after 9/11.
Yeah, but...
He was brought up in 2004.
No, they were doing promos before 9/11. They actually had to cut a big promo out because
if you're talking about Hassan, like I said, I think the biggest thing that completely killed him was how they were having mass guys come out looking like terrorists come out and assault people outside the ring. You're not going to have some guys from down in southern Mississippi sit in the front row and see that happen before their very eyes. That touches a deep, dark part of our heart, man. for some people, man. They you never know who's sitting in the crowd may have had a family member, die in World Trade Center overseas or something like that. That's just, I thought they had a great idea with the Hassan thing, and I thought it was great with Daviri, but towards the end they kind of got a little far-fetched with it, and just certain things you don't want to do, especially if you're on TV. If they would have just kind of stuck with the original premise of what they were doing, like, yeah, I don't like America, yeah, I get disrespected, blah, 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 that probably would have continued to go over. However, the guy who said that it was PG-13 earlier, you bring up a really good point about that. Would that have even survived? Would his character would have even survived if they would have even kept him that long through the PG era?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, would it have even mattered?
Well, the thing is, the terrorist thing is the reason why he got fired in the first place. I think it was UPN at the time. They told WWE he either had to be fired or they were taking SmackDown off the air. So they kind of stuck themselves in the behind, because UPN was like, we don't want no terrorist kind of storylines on our network. That's why Hassan got fired. If they wouldn't have done that, then he'd probably still be there today.
His career got destroyed after that.
Yeah, his last match was with The Undertaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually seen a picture of him here recently on the internet. I think it was actually last week, and he's actually into bodybuilding, and he looks jacked now. I don't know what exactly it is he's doing. Maybe he's just training, recreationally, but he doesn't even look the same person anymore. He's huge now.
He stole Batista's muscles.
Oh.
Hey,
Batista's
pretty jacked now.
This guy Hassan's. If you Google a picture of him, you might be able to find the ones I was looking at last week. But he is freaking massive now. He's added a lot of mass. You can tell he's training for something, and it's serious.
He was supposed to get into acting a few years ago. I have no idea if he actually pursued that or not. But he was supposed to be in some kind of movie.
Yeah.
Are you ready to move on to Tribute to the Troops?
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
Because I heard this was probably the worst thing anybody could watch. Luckily, my DVR broke right before it started, so I didn't get to watch it.
I actually had to mute it sometimes.
I completely forgot it was on, because it's only on once a year.
I'm disappointed, though, that they're not overseas.
Right. They played it twice.
Well, I didn't know they were playing it a second time. I missed that one, too.
It was only cut down to an hour the second time. So it wasn't the full 2-hour show.
Yeah.
The only thing I hated about it was Nickelback played. And
You
Nickelback
liked it. Don't deny it.
No, I actually turned the channel when Nickelback
You
was
loved it.
No.
You have that Nickelback poster in your room.
Oh, I hate you so much.
Tribute to the Troops doesn't feel the same since it's not over in Iraq or Afghanistan anymore.
Is it not? Where is it?
It was
in North Carolina.
Yeah, North Carolina.
Oh, really?
Fort Bragg.
Yeah.
Fort Bragg.
Well, you gotta wonder, since where the deal over in Iraq's kind of settling down now, anyways. I mean, would they still have the connections over there that they would now that the troops are kind of getting out of there?
Okay, from what I've understood, all the troops are pretty much gone in Iraq. I mean, but it's not that, it's just not Iraq. They have Afghanistan. There's some in Libya. There's still troops over there. Just because Iraq is all the troops are gone in Iraq doesn't mean there's still not troops over there. I mean, there's troops all over the world. The problem, what I've been hearing, is that it's the money cost. And I think WWE lost. Their stocks have been plummeting like crazy over the past couple years. I think from what I heard, it was a lot of money cost. It would cost them a lot of money to head over there and hang out with the troops and all that. And
they can do that for the troops.
And also,
they deserve it.
What I would have hoped is that they at least pick like a military base in the U.S.
They did do that, though. It was a military base.
It was a military base, but it was an arena. It was still an arena, and they still had people who weren't troops. They had families who probably weren't even connected to the United States Army or the Navy or the Marine Corps. They probably just had regular people who wanted to go see a Raw show. And I think that kind of, because Tribute to the Troops is supposed to be a show for it's supposed to be troops
The troops.
for the troops, yeah. But if you're having a show with a couple troops in the audience, and then the rest of it is filled with regular fans and attendees, how is that a tribute to the troops?
Red Sox in chat says it was in Fort Bragg and only military personnel could get in.
Okay,
so I guess you're wrong.
Well, okay. Like, from what I've heard, there was a lot of people who weren't troops there. That there were a lot of little kids there. It
was probably family members.
It looked like a regular Raw show. And
well, didn't you?
I did not watch it.
You didn't watch it, so there's a bunch of troops there.
Okay. But let's go over it, because if I continue to talk, this is gonna go over.
Yeah, let's finish this.
Tribute to the troops. We start the show with comments from President Barack Obama thanking everybody who is serving around the world. As we see highlights from SmackDown when Orton won the Beat the Clock challenge. Okay, again, I'd like to mention, from what I've read of this before, it didn't sound like a regular Tribute to the Troops show. It sounded like a regular Raw or SmackDown show. A lot of storyline was put into this show, a lot of continuing storyline. I'm not sure, but it sounds a little off to me. We had match number 1. It was Randy Orton versus Wade Barrett.
Wade Barrett.
Which ended in a double countout. After the match, Orton and Barrett battled around the ring. Barrett sends Orton shoulder first to the ring steps. Barrett gets the table from under the ring as he puts it in the ring. Barrett rolls Orton to the back of the ring as he kicks Orton. They just brawl, and Orton recovers and hits the RKO on Barrett. And Otunga comes out. They want to see Otunga through the table, which Orton does. He power bombs Orton through Otunga through the table.
That was the greatest thing in the history of our sport.
Yeah, right. That's like the downfall of wrestling.
That was the greatest. That was the greatest thing in the history of our sport.
The greatest thing this sport will ever see is Otunga winning the Unified World Championship.
You want me to hate you for the rest of your life?
I thought you already did, Mike.
No, I only hated him for this week. And I just want to point out that you keep bringing up David Otunga so much. They showed that stupid commercial for TLC.
I know, that's the best commercial I've ever seen.
I wanted to smash my head through the window when I saw it.
This is a table.
Yeah, this is my head going through a window.
This is a table usually used for dining.
All right, shut up.
Let's continue and the way he stands by the table, and his little, it freaked me out a little bit.
You liked it.
I did.
Ah, you're gay.
Anyways, we get a promo with Wade Barrett saying at TLC, Orton's not going to win, he's going to be sent through the table. As we
Can I link this in chat so they can see the promo? Is there, anything against the rules of not linking? It's just YouTube.
Ted?
I just did it anyway,
Anyway,
yeah, go ahead.
We go to that promo, and we are introduced. We go straight to probably the worst band I've ever heard in my life.
Nickelback. Yes.
Hooray!
What song did they play? I didn't even. What'd they do?
They played a crappy one.
I heard they played the theme song to Raw.
They did.
They did? Oh.
Yes. I just want to point out, Nickelback is not an American band. They are from Canada. Why on earth are they all of a sudden being associated with American traditions?
They had Hugh Jackman on.
They were at the Lions game for Thanksgiving, which I'm saddened.
You mad?
Yes, I am. I'm saddened to know that they were not kicked off the field, and then they played Tribute to the Troops twice. They are not American. They are Canadian. Stay in Canada.
Who would you want? Who would you want to play?
Not Nickelback.
Justin Bieber?
But no, all the celebrities there were so dead. Nickelback was terrible. Who was the pop singer? She was like the queen of pop 20 years ago.
Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, barely knew who she was. Like I remember hearing a couple of her songs on the radio.
I muted whenever she
years
sang.
ago.
But what was that to Nickelback? Because I'm starting to like lose brain cells just by hearing your name.
Greg, this is the time where you talk about the show.
Wait, okay, sorry.
This is the time where you keep going after I pitch it to you.
Mike, I was talking to our special guest.
Okay, well, let's go.
Yeah. We are then... we take a look at some of the superstars who are going to jump out of planes. They're doing skydiving. There's Eve, Cody Rhodes, Brother Del Rio, CM Punk. I even looked at some pictures. Even AJ did some skydiving.
Shut up. Go away, you pedo.
Hey, I'm sorry that AJ is a very beautiful, beautiful woman.
Nope.
Yep.
She's a very, very beautiful 13-year-old, you pedophile.
She is 24.
She is 13.
You wish she was.
And she's probably one of the best diva wrestlers on the roster.
She's not even good. She's terrible.
I'm just going to explain to the chat the pedophile joke. It's a running joke. We all know AJ is over the age of 18. It's just a running
gag.
She
looks like she's 13.
Yeah, she does look like she's a 13-year-old girl. And it's the running gag. So, Greg is not a pedophile. Calm down.
He could be. We don't know.
We don't know that he is or not. But
Well,
it's safe to assume he might be.
Well, not even that. Continue, Greg.
Okay. Yeah, it was pretty much a big montage. Zack Ryder has something to say before he goes into the ring. He says that Dolph Ziggler is the last person the people in the arena wanted as the respective representative of the country. He's talking about Dolph Ziggler holding the United States title. Zack said that he would change that on Sunday when he fist pumps Dolph's face. As match number 2 happens with Jack Swagger with Dolph Ziggler versus Zack Ryder with Sergeant Slaughter, who makes his return very, very unexpectedly. And the winner of that was Zack Ryder.
Whoa.
Did anything happen with Slaughter?
Did he put somebody in the
Cobra Clutch?
I thought he had the Ryder headband on.
From what I'm seeing, Swagger argues with Slaughter, and then Swagger kicks Slaughter and takes the headband. And then afterwards, Slaughter puts Swagger in the Cobra Clutch, and Swagger goes to sleep. We go to comments from Hugh Jackman. As we see the Bellas visiting the United States Military Academy. A lot of footage of and then Nancy O'Donnell was a guest host on Raw, or something like that. As match number 3 were Nikki Bella and Brie Bella, Natalya and Beth Phoenix versus Alicia Fox, Eve Torres, Kelly, and Maria Menounos.
Oh, Maria came back?
Well, who's Maria Menounos?
Some
you don't
chick
know Maria?
For an entertainment show.
Yeah.
I forget what show she's on.
Isn't that the same Maria that was like big in like 2008 or something?
It doesn't really matter.
She had done a match before.
Apparently she was good at the first match she ever had.
She beat Beth Phoenix in a match.
Yeah.
I watched it and I cried. Like 30 times. But continue.
Okay. And match number 4, there's a lot of, it's time for comedy with George Wallace. And then there's a Triple H and Kevin Nash video package. Booker T comes out to join Cole and Lawler for the announce table because Cody Rhodes will be wrestling. Match number 4 was Daniel Bryan versus Cody Rhodes. Okay, I want to know about this match. Did anything good happen? Did any of you watch it? Was it good?
I kind of took a nap.
Which match was it?
It was Cody Rhodes versus Daniel Bryan.
Well, I took a nap not because of the match, because the show was horrible up to that point.
Yeah, I don't really remember much about the matches for that.
It was probably a good match because, Daniel Bryan's one of the best wrestlers in the world. And before Ted rants.
Because he is.
That's okay. That's okay.
Because he is probably the best wrestler right now.
He's probably just aneurysm.
I will give you that. When you base it upon wrestling talent, he is one of the best on the entire roster. I will give you that all day long till the cows come home.
But you don't like his. You don't like his.
I don't like the way he looks, and I don't like his persona. I think his charisma you could compare to a bucket of fingernail clippings.
He has gone better. You have to admit, he has gone better on the mic. His promo.
He's kissing a 13-year-old.
He looks like he gets his haircut at Mom and Pop's barbershop. He looks like he should work at Denny's part-time.
He's touching the 13-year-old inappropriately.
He looks like he's a Walmart greeter at night after he's done wrestling. He doesn't look like a wrestler. But you stick him in the ring and put him against an opponent. No, he does not. What the hell are you looking at?
He's so like a wrestler. Probably
he's chubby, Greg.
If you thought he looked bad now, you should have seen him in his earlier days in Ring of Honor when he had no hair and no facial hair.
He looked like a troll. Like
he looked like a.
He still looks like a troll. Guys are talking about as if he's changed. He hasn't changed one bit.
He looked like an 8-year-old like 10 years ago. He had no hair whatsoever, and he wore a mask for part of his career.
And I don't really like big men. You want to wait? That sounded wrong. What? No.
Yeah.
What? Responding to someone in the chat for those that are listening to this podcast at a later date, and I'll tell you why. Because I think Dean Malenko is the greatest wrestler that ever walked the earth, and he's the most underrated wrestler that's ever been in professional wrestling. So don't give me that I only like super heavyweight bull crap.
Dean Malenko was good.
At least Malenko looked like a wrestler. He was intimidating. You know, when you heard that theme song, and he was coming down that ring with those cold eyes, you know he was about to slap someone in a cloverleaf and make him tap out like a bitch.
And he also sounded like he had laryngitis.
Well, that's cool. I mean, that was part of his
laryngitis?
No,
he sounded intimidating when he talked, and he didn't talk very often. And I think if they implemented more of maybe a Malenko thing for Danielson instead of Danielson.
Okay, so you're saying
goofy ass barber haircut man come down to the ring with his. They should you know what they should do with Danielson with the gimmick and the persona they've given him? They should slap him in a Mario outfit with the Mario hat. Make him come down to the Mario theme song.
Damn.
That would make him look hell.
I would love to do that, actually.
And you know what? The funny thing is, he'd probably go over as Super Mario Danielson too. That's just. You want to talk about when you stick him in the ring?
Okay, so Ted, let me say this: if he turned heel.
If he turned heel and he did heelish tactics, then yes, I would warm up to him.
Like, because he was a heel, you know, he did some great heel work in
he did that's great and that's fine and all, and I understand that, but he still looks like you said, Quasimodo.
I even used the term Quasimodo.
You said he looked like a troll, I said Quasimodo, same thing. But I mean, if they worked on his appearance a little bit and did some, I mean, they make the trashiest looking diva look like, oh my god, she's hot. In WWE. You can't tell me that they can't do the same with some of the guys. And let's be honest, Danielson needs a little bit of work.
I'm going to contradict that one statement about the divas. Caitlyn is not hot. Even though she looks trashy,
she's not on TV. No one ever sees her.
I don't know about that.
Actually, I hate to be turn this into like a pissing contest because I totally am not like this. And if you ask anybody who knows me, they'll tell you this, but I actually like Caitlyn.
Yeah, no, again, I like Caitlyn.
Oh.
I really do, and it's kind of a personal thing because she's into weightlifting and stuff, and so am I, so I can kind of relate to that, and it's kind of like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome.
Caitlyn has a lot of potential.
So I really like her.
Caitlyn has
potential. But, you know, then again, I also kind of liked Melina, too, and I can hear the boos coming right now.
No, I like Melina as well. And then when I heard that she was a total bitch backstage, I kind of pushed back a little bit.
You know, she's the chick who killed John Morrison's career, but we won't get into that. We will not get into that.
But anyways, where were we? I hate to get off on the Danielson tirade. If they made him a heel, if they gave him, you know, proper, you know, steps to.
Whoops.
Right, you're the worst, Greg.
That's our
Mute your mic.
people.
They used him right. But
That's our host people.
as it is right now, he's just too like bubbly for me to even remotely get into. Now, if he started using his submission and his moveset as a dangerous weapon, that kind of heel, you know, like a Benoit, like I'm gonna put you in a crossface and cripple you.
Yeah.
Then
Well,
yeah, I could see that. I can definitely see that.
He did make a video on his YouTube channel about how he was going to start burying people. That lasted for like all of 2 weeks, and then they took his YouTube channel down.
Well, he's got the potential to. He's
For
got
some
the
reason,
ring moves to
they
do
didn't go with
everything.
that. Yeah, but for some reason they didn't go with the whole he's going to bury people.
What? Okay, I'm back.
The Daniel thing.
What about Daniel?
The
He was
video
going-
of burying people.
Yeah, he was on making them videos of how he was going to start burying people. Talking about if he was going to turn heel. Like, if he was going to turn heel, that's what you start with.
He buried a cockroach.
Well, okay, we're gonna have to move on.
Yeah.
We'll talk about
Guess we're
Brian
skipping
because
TNA this week. Woo!
No, we're not.
Yeah.
No, we're
Yes,
not.
we are.
Aw.
We got to do it. Go ahead, Greg.
Or we can skip AAA.
No, we're doing AAA. There was a pay-per-view. There was a pay-per-view Friday night.
match number 5 was Evan Bourne versus Kofi Kingston versus Evan Bourne and Kofi Kingston versus Epico and Primo with Rose and Mendez. Pretty much the match that we saw at the pay-per-view tonight, but we'll talk about that later. The winners were Epico and Primo in a non-title match. I'm not sure if any of you watched that. I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't.
Nope.
Nope.
I want to know if Epico and Primo are excellent as a tag team. They probably are. We're just going to have to keep on watching them. And then Matthew McConaughey, how you say his fucking last name, provides his comments. And Nickelback plays another song.
Horrible
Nice.
Hooray!
Horrible.
What do you even play?
I don't know. It was garbage.
We don't care.
Nickelback is awesome.
I think it was the song for the tribute to the troops theme.
Okay.
Move on.
Christian comes out as he's the only he only has one crush tonight. You know, talks about the Canadian Army. Oh, I don't even fucking. And
The Canadian Army.
I didn't even know
Awesome.
Canadian. I didn't even
Canada
know,
has an army.
I didn't even know they had an army.
No offense to the Canadian folk in chat. Or on
There's-
YouTube.
Or if you're part of the Canadian Army.
Yes.
There's 50
there an
people in
army
chat.
that
I doubt there's a Canadian in there.
Well, I'm just saying.
Is their army those the rangers that they have
Yes.
going around protecting the forest?
What?
We have match number
What are you
6. Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre.
Drew
Oh yeah, Drew McIntyre actually had a match.
I'm surprised because Drew McIntyre actually showed up to his show.
Well,
But from what it looks like, pretty much a squash match with Sheamus winning. I am just
that's why
happy
he showed up.
that Drew McIntyre actually got a match on what was a major event in WWE. And I use the finger quotes, because it's not really major.
Wait, are we still on tribute to the troop?
Yes, we
Yeah,
are, Strike.
Unfortunately.
God,
Beat
you're
it up
taking forever,
already.
Greg.
Match number 7 was
Beat it
Big
up
Show,
already,
Punk,
Greg.
and John Cena versus The Miz, Del Rio, and Mark Henry. And the match seems super freaking long as it ends with Big Show, Cena, and Punk. Cena conducts a little speech at the end of it. What I heard was okay, you know.
Thanks to the troops, and then bam, next show.
Yeah, that's it. TNA.
No,
Oh, no.
Hold on a
Have
second.
fun with this
On
one.
to
We're not giving,
SmackDown.
hold on. We're not giving ratings for any of the shows this week, or we're just going through it.
We're
Already
on
gave
our-
ratings for
Going through it?
I
Alright.
should go through it.
Yeah, we're just gonna go right through it. We could give
So on to SmackDown.
we could
TNA.
give a big overall rating for the week if you guys want.
Okay. Hold on. Before, are we doing any news or no? Just
Nope.
results.
No, we're doing news.
Just results.
Okay.
I mean, if you
Well,
continue asking questions, we're probably not going to do anything.
We're not gonna have enough time, Greg. We have to time management skills. Come on.
Let's go.
TNA champion Bobby. Well, I'm not even sure if there was a promo. TNA champion Bobby Roode versus AJ Styles in a 5 minutes overtime from Final Resolution. Yeah, Final Resolution. Your winner and still TNA champion, Bobby Roode.
Woo!
Anyways,
that's my shit.
Oh, because Final Resolution ended overtime, didn't it?
It ended in a 3-3 draw.
Oh, fucking.
That's lame.
They had to do 5 more minutes.
Anyways,
yeah.
They were talking about how Jeff Hardy wants a shot. Good, he can have one. They're giving Jeff Hardy, the crackhead, another shot for a title.
The person who was in jail.
What are they thinking about?
Someone's falling asleep in chat because of TNA talk. Way to go.
Well,
the tag
we'll be
team.
done.
Okay.
We'll be done.
Apparently, there's a tag team title shot tournament. Scott Steiner and Abyss versus Robbie T and Hernandez.
This is the match I watched, and it was extremely boring.
Why would they team Robbie T and Hernandez?
Why are they teaming Abyss and Scott Steiner?
Isn't Hernandez part of a tag team?
Yeah, but Anarchia got sent down to OVW.
Oh, shouldn't Robbie T be teaming up with Robbie E?
I don't even know anymore. That's why I put in the Skype chat that night. I was like, okay, what's the point of this tag tournament? I was like, I don't understand it.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Well, the winners was Abyss and Scott Steiner, so... Woo!
Yeah.
Did Scott Steiner do a promo afterwards? That's all I care about.
Well, hold on a second. I'm reading the results, or the title reaction, and it says TNA is better at putting together tag teams than WWE is.
That's true. WWE
well, they actually have a tag team division.
Wait, I just want to scratch my head and go, what?
Well,
yeah, because
it's true.
TNA
At least TNA is actually doing something with their championships, rather than WWE being like, we're gonna recreate the tag team division. Whoops, we're gonna rewrite it out of the entire WWE.
TNA has one tag team.
The last pay-per-view, they didn't even have a tag team champion match.
TNA has one tag team, and that was Mexican America. One tag team.
Whatever happened to Motor City Machine Gun?
Wait, Mexican America right now?
Yeah, they have one tag team. A legit tag team.
What happened to Motor City Machine Gun?
Which is probably...
Saban's still hurt.
Really? Wasn't that like a year ago?
He had knee surgery.
Yeah, he's still hurt, dude. No, but at least they're trying to recreate... They're trying to create more tag teams since they only have one.
Yeah,
TNA.
But to say TNA has a better tag team division to WWE's extremely stretch.
At least they're trying. WWE doesn't try.
So you're saying Matt Morgan and Crimson are better tag champs than...
Okay, who cares? We're cutting
Motor
time.
City Machine Guns haven't...
Motor
City Machine Guns haven't been active for like a year, and they're still better than the entirety of WWE's tag team division.
Shut your face.
Okay,
now when Kings of Wrestling come up, bam, just blowing your mind.
Fuck all of you. We're moving on.
Yet.
Zima Ion versus Tony... What the fuck?
Come on, say his name.
It's Tony Nese. Tony
Nese.
And I watched this match too, and I was like, who is this guy?
I think these are guys from OVW. They have to be.
Ion's been on the roster for a while.
It's where they get their new guys.
Yeah, but Tony Nese showed up out of nowhere.
Series match 1. The winner gets an X Division title bout at Genesis. The winner of that match was Zema Ion with a 450 splash. The Jarrett's enter the building. Backstage, Zema Ion says that he's got the prettiest great boots and the prettiest wrestler in company. Well, I don't even understand what the hell he's talking about. As we go on to Jesse Neal versus Gunner with Ric Flair.
Horrible match. Horrible.
And by disqualification, Jesse Neal wins.
It was like watching two jobbers wrestle.
Whoa. Ric
So,
Flair?
That was like...
You calling Ric Flair a jobber?
I'm talking about Gunner and Jesse Neal.
Oh.
They're
So,
both jobbers.
backstage, Karen Jarrett was trying to charm Sting with doing stuff with him. She hugs him and runs off. Probably said something. And Jeff Hardy comes out to the ring, took the mic, and says that his neck hurts and his body is sore from Sunday, but he is the number 1 contender and he will face the champion at Genesis. Blah blah blah. The tag team tournament: Robbie E and hey, fuck this.
God.
Robbie E is teamed up with Douglas Williams.
Oh yeah.
They couldn't put Robbie T and Robbie. It's like they put names in a bucket and they pulled out names.
You mean names in a hat?
Yes.
You still want to say TNA is a better tag team division?
Because they do.
They're throwing random guys that don't mesh well together.
Robbie E and Robbie
As long as they have Motor City Machine Guns signed, they're better.
And Samoa Joe and Magnus.
That's
What?
fine.
Motor City Machine Guns balance.
Doug Williams and Magnus were a tag team. They were the British Invasion. And then Robbie E and Robbie T, they're already a freaking tag team. Why are they doing this?
The Motor City Machine Guns are inactive. They're not.
They still save the entire division.
They're in the back burner.
It's TNA.
They do not matter.
Because you know they could come back any minute.
Yeah, well, once Saban comes back from his injury. But Chris Saban, they're not going to be back for a while.
So what happened after that, Greg?
Fucking Samoa Joe and Magus won.
Magnus.
I don't give a shit anymore.
What happened after that?
I don't know. Something about Jeff Hardy and Sting.
He's so
I'm so pissed right now that they couldn't think of a good tag team division.
Who
I am
cares?
so glad I don't watch TNA.
TNA.
They have so many guys laid out that were already tag teams, and they decided just to fuck with everybody.
It's like
teams.
It's like the WCW. It's like the WCW thing a few years ago when he did Battle Bowl, where he just paired random tag teams together on a pay-per-view.
Well,
and had,
Vince Russo is writing, so probably it's exactly the same thing in WCW.
It was like Road Warrior Animal and Booker T versus Road Warrior Hawk and Sting.
Sick.
It's crap like that. Continue.
Devon cuts a promo and to call out Pope, who brought out Devon's kids. He says that he's the one who's their father, blah, 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 blah. We're pretty much looking at Pope versus Devon soon. Tracy Brooks and Madison Rayne.
I think I watched this too, and that was horrible.
Needs more Velvet Sky.
Two very beautiful women, who I actually enjoy a lot. The winner is Madison Rayne.
The goddess.
You enjoy him as much as
Needs more
AJ?
Velvet Sky.
I don't know. I think AJ's on top, then it's Velvet, then it's Madison.
You want AJ on top.
You want AJ on top,
pedophile.
yeah. I knew you would.
Oh my
Well,
God.
top or bottom doesn't really matter.
Oh.
You rapist, pedophile.
we just
every-
lost
Hey, this is
money.
for a children's charity. Come on.
Yeah,
Come on,
Greg.
Strike. Do you really have to do that?
Professional, Greg.
Come on, Strike.
Sting was meeting. It's another fucking promo with Sting and Big Jarrett's. Jeff Hardy versus Bully Ray, and the winner was Jeff Hardy. And that was apparently the main event, as Robert Roode comes out, attacks Jeff. Roode shoves the bell in Hardy's face as he says that he's a world champion as we go off air. Boom! We are done with TNA. I give it a 0.5.
Alright, let's move on to SmackDown. I'm not giving it a rating because that was utter trash.
I didn't even watch SmackDown. I was so off this week. It was terrible.
Well, brace the results, please.
Okay, they're talking about, Josh talking to Booker T. That was a match with Cody Rhodes. Cody's music plays mid-sucker, and I don't understand what the hell's going on. You guys talk about what happened at SmackDown. What happened during this promo with Cody?
I wasn't home.
You guys...
I'm trying to remember what happened.
Jonesy, you're failing on me, my brother.
Hold on.
Cody says that he has faced Daniel Bryan 2 times and Booker has interfered both times. Cody says that he's talked to Teddy, and Teddy told Cody that if Booker interferes, he loses his opportunity to have a match at TLC. Then he will file a motion to get Booker suspended. Cody tells Booker to get out of his ring so he can show Booker how legitimate he is. Cody throws out a sucker and then gives a pure evil laugh. His laugh is fucked up.
I haven't heard him laugh, but it's Lisbeth.
Cody Rhodes?
It's just a fake laugh, and you know it too.
Well, he's
Cody
supposed to be
Rhodes does a
psychotic,
great
Cody.
psycho laugh. He does a great psycho laugh.
Match number 1: Cody Rhodes versus Daniel Bryan. And
I'm pretty sure that was a pretty great match.
Oh, Greg, you forgot the good part.
What?
Lillian came back.
What?
Lillian came back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Lillian Garcia is now back on SmackDown.
Yes, Lillian Garcia is back on SmackDown. The very lovely, beautiful Lillian Garcia.
I love her.
She has a Spanish last name, but she looks so white.
But
she looks very Spanish to me.
She's a Latino.
Well, Greg, you're a Cuban. You just wouldn't understand.
Dang.
Okay.
Anyway, the next match was Cody Rhodes versus Daniel Bryan.
And from what Mike says, it was a pretty decent match.
I said I'm hoping it was a pretty decent match.
You're hoping?
Yes, Cody Rhodes won by the
I thought it was a squash match.
No, it looked like a pretty long match.
From what I'm reading, it was a back and forth match.
And match number 2 was Alicia Fox versus Natalya with Kleenex.
With what? Is it Kleenex?
Do you know how to say Kleenex?
That's what it says right here, with Kleenex.
Was there any turkey involved?
Hey. Don't bring that shit up. Anyways,
I just did.
And it ends with how all divas win their matches with an inside cradle for the 3 count. Alicia Fox wins.
So it's the only way face divas can win anymore.
The roll-up.
And they're still legitimate threats.
I remember when moonsaults and sliced bread used to finish people off.
Yeah.
That's AJ's, finisher. Isn't it a sliced bread? Your own patty and sliced bread.
No, it's a roll-up.
AJ's finisher is like calling the police.
Okay, come on.
Yeah.
Okay. That was terrible strike. Vicky Guerrero and Jack Swagger are in the back, and Jack says that he will come out on top, and Vicky says that Jack is all American. Goes on and on. Jack says that he sees his future, and Mark isn't in it. Jack also says that he will hurt Big Show, but he's going to do it for himself. Jack points out that he has been the Big Show before, while Mark Henry has not. Jack tells Mark Henry that he doesn't even know if Henry will win on Sunday. Jack tells Mark that he will see himself as world champion.
Yay. Which leads to the next match of Big Show versus Jack Swagger.
Wrong. It leads to match number 3, which is the Usos versus Primo and Epico.
I'm so sorry. I had the results in front of me and I tried to memorize it, but I failed.
Which the winners are Epico and Primo. Which again, I still want to know if they're a good team.
They're decent.
Apparently they're pushing hard.
You'll find out tonight from the pay-per-view. But continue.
Anyways, with match number 4 with Big Show versus Jack Swagger.
There you go.
There we go. Which seemed like a pretty long match. No, was it? Yeah, it seemed like a pretty long match, as the winner was Big Show at the end of the match. As we are back with Zack Ryder and Randy Orton are together in the locker room. Zack says if they're on the same page, Orton says that they are not. Zack says the same about the same book. Asks about the same book, and Orton says maybe. I don't even understand what the fuck he's talking about. Zack likes that, and he woo-woo-woos and fist pumps out of the dressing room. As we lead to Heath Slater versus Ted DiBiase.
Oh, the Battle of the Boring.
Oh, boy.
Who versus who?
Ted DiBiase wins as Jinder Mahal attacks Ted DiBiase and then puts Ted in the camel clutch.
It was Ted DiBiase versus the Wendy's girl.
He does look like the Wendy's girl.
The boring versus the boring.
You know what?
It's so boring.
You know what I'm liking about this?
Is the future endeavored.
You know what I'm liking about this? There's not that many promos. It looks like it's a lot of matches. Which match number 6 happened to be Sheamus versus Jinder Mahal.
Again?
Ooh.
Sheamus wins.
Of course. Tell us more.
As Cole mentions that he won a Slammy on WWE.com. As match number 7, Randy Orton and Zack Ryder versus Wade Barrett and Dolph Ziggler.
Isn't this the main event?
Yeah, this is the main event. Pretty long main event from what looks like as Randy Orton and Zack Swagger wins.
Zack Swagger?
Zack Swagger.
Zack Swagger.
I didn't know. Did Zack Ryder and Jack Swagger have a kid?
Is he related to Jack Swagger?
Yes, he is. He debuted.
It's pretty cool. You learn something new every day.
You do.
I just realized I made that mistake. It just shows how slow I am tonight. Randy Orton and Zack Ryder won that match. Yeah, so that was SmackDown.
And on to I'm not going to do the AAA because we're running short on time.
Okay.
Yeah, we only have 30 minutes left, Greg.
So let's just jump into TLC coverage.
30 minutes till what?
Tag's time.
Oh.
He's going on at 1. We don't want to.
Going on that one?
No, my time is. This is 30 minutes into my time. I'm letting you guys go.
Oh.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He bumped back to 1 a.m. Eastern time.
No, I'm not casting. I'm letting the next guy go ahead and cast.
Okay, well then let me cover the AAA results real quick.
Okay. Everybody, this is Mike's indie part of the show where you can all go into the restroom, take a break.
Hey, bite me.
He'll be talking about AAA, the Mexican promotion.
The Mexican promotion.
Whatever.
I'm sure they know that.
Go, Mike.
Alright, we had a bunch of midgets in the first match. I'm not going to pronounce their names.
Because Mike is white and he can't pronounce anything.
The face midget, yes. The face midget team won. Match number 2, Sexy Star beat Pimpin'. I still can't pronounce this guy's name. Pimpinella Escarlata for their women's title. Extreme Tiger and Joe Leader beat Nicho and X-Fly in a flaming table match.
Mike, you're one of those white guys that pronounces enchilada.
Excuse me, I don't speak Spanish.
You don't need to speak Spanish.
I can't.
Hey, we're low on time. Let's just keep going.
The Psycho Circus beat Chessman, The Pope, and Gunner in a 6-man tag. No, I did not compete in that match.
Aww, I would love to see that.
I wanted to see a squash match.
It would have been me beating all 3 people at once.
Beating off?
Beating off?
Oh my god.
Wow,
Man.
Mike.
Stiffy and beaten off.
I quit. I'm quitting after tonight. Anyway, I'm gonna start saying defeated in place of. I can't even say the results. The rest of the results with a straight face.
Because you're beating off people too much.
Oh my god.
You're just dragging out the joke. You gotta learn when to stop, Greg.
Yeah, it loses its humor after like the 7th time you say it.
You're stomping the mud hole dry right
like
now.
That Skyrim joke. But anyway.
Oh god, that's terrible.
Cybernetico, Electroshock and Zero beat La Parka, Octagon Silver King. El Macias beat AJ Styles, then beat Rob Terry. Yeah, that actually happened. I'm not going to pronounce the guys for the 8th match. And match number 9, LA Park, a.k.a. the WCW La Parka, beat Dr. Wagner Jr. for the Latin American Championship. There is your AAA results. I am out.
Your indie.
My indie results for the week. Go ahead, Greg.
Now we're gonna
TLC.
We're just gonna jump right into TLC.
Yay!
It just happened.
Disappointing pay-per-view.
It was actually decent.
It was decent.
What were you watching?
Yeah, I mean, the main event was great.
I was disappointed with the world title matches, but the rest of it was pretty good.
Well, the chairs match was actually... For a chairs match, that was actually pretty good.
For 2 big guys who could barely wrestle, that was pretty
And
good.
considering Henry was apparently legitimately injured, yeah.
Considering of who it was a good match.
As we
I will
start
give
out
them
the
that.
TLC pay-per-view with match number 1, which is the United States title match of Zack Ryder versus Dolph Ziggler.
There's a dark match before it,
Nobody cares about the dark matches.
but
Dark
it was
match
his
is dark
favorite
and-
wrestler, Drew McIntyre, winning.
Yeah, I don't even see the dark match.
We don't cover dark matches. Go.
Which was a very decent match, and it ends with Zack Ryder becoming your new United States champion. As we jump into an unannounced tag team title match of Epico and Primo versus Air Boom. Again, I'm just going to rush right through these results as Air Boom wins this match to hold their titles again. We have a tables match of Wade Barrett versus Randy Orton.
Wade Barrett.
Oh no! It's Teddy Long has a very funny promo with Hornswoggle.
Oh, this one, yeah.
They do some comedy, and Teddy presents Hornswoggle and Ebonics book so he won't embarrass himself again like he did on Raw. Teddy says Hornswoggle yanks Teddy's beard and stops him on the foot before running off. As we go,
well, Andy said he didn't ever see a black Santa Claus before.
Yeah, well, I do want to talk about it a little bit after, because it kind of goes into our PG discussion. Tables match, Wade Barrett versus Randy Orton. The winner of that match was Randy Orton. As the Bella Twins are talking to Teddy Claus, is what they're calling him. As Teddy makes, Jack Swagger and Sheamus walks in, and Teddy makes the match of Swagger versus Sheamus for tonight. Another very unannounced, unexpected match, probably just to fill up time. The Divas match of Kelly Kelly versus Beth Phoenix, which ended up Beth Phoenix destroying Kelly Kelly with the electric chair. We got
the Glam Slam. Did she win with the Glam Slam?
No, it says she won with the electric chair.
Because it was
a reverse electric chair.
Yeah, it was her
first electric chair drop.
Del Rio's backstage yelling at Ricardo for not getting his car ready. Del Rio and Ricardo, they probably couldn't rent a car this time. Miz shoves Ricardo's, he shoves the food in Ricardo's face as they're hyping up the match for tonight. As the WWE Intercontinental match of Booker T versus Cody Rhodes, Booker gets attacked as Rhodes walks back at the sledgehammer match of Kevin Nash versus Triple H, as Triple H wins the match and knocks Kevin Nash in the face with the sledgehammer. Sheamus versus Jack Swagger. The winner of that match is Sheamus. The chairs match for the World Heavyweight title, Big Show versus Mark Henry, and the winner and new World Heavyweight Champion, Big Show. But Mark Henry knocks Big Show out. DDTs him on a chair, and Daniel Bryan's music hits, cashes in Money in the Bank, and your new World Heavyweight Champion, Daniel Bryan.
Ted's favorite wrestler.
Finish up the results.
Intercontinental title match, Booker versus Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes wins it. Triple threat match. This is the main event. For the WWE title, The Miz versus Del Rio versus Punk. The winner of that match is CM Punk.
I want to rant about this match too. Can I start my rant?
Let's start with Strike. What are your opinions, Strike?
Okay, the world title matches were garbage.
No.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they were.
No, not in like the matches themselves, but more like the finishes and just how it winded up.
I love the finish of the WWE title match.
That was terrible.
Of course you are. You're a Mark that loves Punk. But I mean, look at it. Mark Henry is this big, legitimate monster heel, and then he loses to Big Show with a shattered hand.
He was injured. Were you gonna expect Henry to?
He didn't hit him on his bum ankle
because he was already injured. They show legitimately hurt his
shattered
ankle.
And still manages to knock out Henry.
What other way were you gonna have that happen? Sure.
I don't know, but just figure out some other way that doesn't make Mark Henry come off as weak and ruin his entire push. Ever since Big Show came back into the picture, the writers just haven't been able to book him right. He was this big dominant threat, and then all of a sudden he's just generic, cowardly heel.
Look, out of all of...
And that's not even my biggest problem. The biggest problem with it is that after Big Show wins, whoop-de-doo, he wins. That's fine if they can book it right. Daniel Bryan comes in and cashes in on Big Show. There's no build-up. There's no making... Oh, did we go dead?
What? No, we're fine.
No, we're still here.
No, go ahead.
We're just listening.
No, I'm talking about the feed.
No, we're still running.
Who cares? Just go.
Well, we care,
anyway.
Hunter.
Are we? Oh, no, we just went offline. Son of a bitch.
Did we?
Well, that's what happens when we take too long.
I don't know what just happened. Wait,
Did it kick us off?
Maybe.
No, you just went off. You just went offline for some reason.
Huh? That's weird.
Okay, we're gonna take a quick break, everybody, as we try to fix the live feed.
Are you recording this on Callburner as well?
Yes, I am. Yes. Okay. We'll be
right
right back.
You're back on now. You're back on now.
I am back
live.
on?
Alright. Yes, you're live now.
Just to make sure. We're sorry, people, if anybody's listening to this. Yes, looks like we are...
Yep, we're good.
Are we... Yes, okay. We're good. Alright.
Go ahead, Strike.
Strike, continue.
Alright. As I was saying, Daniel Bryan comes in, cashes in, and is the new champion. There was no build-up. There was no...
It's Money in the Bank. There's no build-up. Remember when CM Punk won? He was irrelevant the entire time. Edge is like, okay, I'm going to take the World Heavyweight Championship to SmackDown. Punk runs in, no one even remembering that he held the briefcase, cashes in, and everybody's fine with it. There doesn't have to be a build-up when you cash in the Money in the Bank.
There has to be whenever you have to be made to believe a legitimate threat. I mean, CM Punk fought and beat Batista. He fought and beat JBL, and then he got kicked in the skull by Randy Orton and was forgotten about basically until the next WrestleMania. And then Swagger came on. He won Money in the Bank like 1 week after he cashed it in, and then he had a very boring like 3 or 4 month run. Now you've got Daniel Bryan, who was for the past 2 months consistently losing. And then
what about Edge? Edge was on the first Money in the Bank.
I don't remember those cash-ins. When I started watching again on CM Punk's first cash-in.
When Edge
tuned in correctly on
the first Money in the Bank match, Edge was on the same level as everybody who was in that match. Chris Benoit, Kane, forget some of the other guys who were in that match. Jericho, that's right. I was going to say
Shelton Benjamin.
They were all on the same level. They were all in mid-card, and they're all ready to get that push.
Daniel Bryan doesn't have the charisma of Edge, though.
Edge got the briefcase. He was getting his push, but he wasn't getting that big push to say that he was going to be a threat. Then he cashes in at New Year's Revolution on Cena in the...
Yeah, but that was the first cash-in ever. That was unexpected entirely. That's what made it work. That's what made his ultimate opportunist.
And then what about Kane? Like 2 years ago, he didn't get a big push when he cashed it in, but when he did, he was the biggest heel on SmackDown for a while.
Because Kane just requires competent writing to be good. He always has.
Look, all I'm saying is that Money in the Bank doesn't need a big build-up. It's a shocker thing, and everybody did, and it was a shocker to me because I thought Daniel Bryan was going to be the first person to lose the Money in the Bank.
Who's Daniel Bryan going to face? Mark Henry? He's already lost against Mark Henry.
Who's going to be Sheamus, Orton, probably even Barrett is going to get his push.
What happened?
Yeah, Big Show.
Big Show too.
It's going to be one of those two are either going to have to turn heel.
It's either going to be Big Show. Who knows? Daniel Bryan may turn heel, Big Show may turn heel, or hell, even Sheamus may turn heel.
Why would Sheamus turn heel? That makes no sense at all.
I'm just throwing that in there.
I had a thought, but I lost it. Oh, when Edge first won Money in the Bank, his first one, the next night he actually lost the match. So, and you can't say Daniel Bryan hasn't had any build-up because for weeks, every time the champion's been out, they've been chanting his name, waiting for it to happen. So there's been some sort of build-up that they've been expecting him to cash it in for months. They just didn't know when.
I mean, what happens when Daniel Bryan loses? When he does lose? He's not going to last WrestleMania, not with the writing that they're doing right now.
Look, again, I'm just going to say this again. WWE is looking for new champions. Big Show is almost done with his career. Henry is almost done with his career. Orton's going to be taking breaks soon because he hasn't had a vacation God knows when. They're going to start bringing up people like Barrett. They already gave the championship to Daniel Bryan. These two guys, Sheamus is already in the top. Sheamus is supposed to be the top guy on SmackDown. They're going to start...
Read what's in chat.
They're going to start giving all these people big pushes.
Who's to say Daniel Bryan?
Alright, well, to keep things from getting too stalled, I'll go on to my next problem. They're making CM Punk look too strong. I mean, they have him tied up, alright? Handcuffed. They have him handcuffed. They have him handcuffed to the ladder. He breaks the ladder. Okay, that's fine.
At least they didn't do what they did with Cena. Remember, Cena broke the chain off of the handcuff.
He gets sent through table. Okay, that's fine. But then he gets tied up to the turnbuckle. He unties the turnbuckle.
Those things are meant to be untied.
Yeah, but he still ends up winning the match.
Those things are still meant to be untied.
He's overcoming the odds.
Okay, fine.
So what?
Good.
They're starting to book him a little like the Superman route.
Wait. So you want CM Punk lose in his first pay-per-view title defense?
I don't want CM Punk to lose. I just don't want him to be so dominating. So
he wasn't dominating. He got the crap kicked at him for a majority of the match.
He overcame all of the odds and still managed to win.
That's what usually happens in a triple threat.
No,
who would you want to win that match, Strike?
I wanted Punk or Miz to win, but I wanted Punk to win believably, not like Cena would win.
Punk is already
win.
If Cena will win, he would snap the handcuff from the turnbuckle post.
Go Super Cena on everybody.
He would hulk up. Del Rio would be through 3 tables. The Miz would be out in the crowd, and Cena would look untouchable. That didn't happen.
No one will be in the ring. See, Punk had to at least fight off everybody when he went in there. Cena would have cleared the entire ring out, made sure everybody was knocked out. The crowd would be on their feet. Cena would slowly go up to the ladder, be in the middle of the ring. No one's in there. Takes the belt off. Punk had to go up there like a rebel, fight them all off, risk his last energy that he had, take everybody out, and then get the title. And I even thought that Del Rio was going to jump onto that ladder and screw up Punk. I was literally thinking that Del Rio was going to win that match because he was so close of getting up and knocking the ladder down right when Punk was grabbing that title.
Yeah, but I mean, all that stuff can work. You're just making him overcome every single thing that happens, and he's still winning. I mean, Miz could have won that. It was very possible. I would have believed that.
I don't know, because I think Miz right now isn't in the position. I mean, if he was working with Del Rio and Punk a couple weeks ago, fine. But he was with R-Truth. He's just getting back into the main event.
Didn't win again.
He's just getting back into the main event spot, and I think it's going to take him at least an extra 2 more months until he finally gets that win I want him to get.
I just want Punk to win believably. I don't want him to overcome hurdle after hurdle after hurdle.
It was his first pay-per-view title defense.
I know.
He's going to have more.
But still, he gets handcuffed 2 different occasions and put through a table. He still winds up the winner.
Okay, Del Rio
you don't see how that's very overcoming a lot of odds.
Del Rio got thrown off the top of the ladder, crushing his balls. Miz gets destroyed countlessly. I mean, I don't understand. They all went through the same pain.
Okay, time to hand this off to Tad since he wants to get killed on the floor.
He said he's not casting at all.
Yeah.
No, he's cast. Look at Chad.
No, come on. Okay, Tad.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and try to take the last 10 minutes of this because it's a tradition for me in these marathons to play a little bit of Killing Floor just to kick things off.
All right, man. But do you have
I guess.
Do you have an opinion right now on the TLC pay-per-view?
I didn't see it because I was on my way home from a business trip, but overall I thought it was good. We'll see what the storylines look like. And as much as I dislike Bryan Danielson as the champion, we'll see what they do with it. And the story continues with Mass Kane. We'll see what happens.
All right. I was surprised I didn't see Mass Kane on there.
Yeah, the people in the chat I was watching the pay-per-view with was like, during the world title match, where's Kane? Where's Kane? I was like, why would Kane come out during the Mark Henry match?
I would have at least liked to see Kane in a promo or something like that. But I think they're waiting for Raw to happen. Anyways, any of you guys?
All right, guys. Thanks for being a part of the marathon. And
no problem.
Hopefully we'll get this all set up next time.
We'll take a quick break, guys. So we'll be right back with a new segment and our ending segment. Bye. And we are back, everybody. Thank you for...
You have a vagina!
Okay. Thank
Greg
you for
has a vagina,
listening back
everyone.
to the 12th episode of Arc of Wrestling. We're gonna start with the news or the rant, whatever you guys want. Start with the news.
Ranted Greg.
I don't really have a rant topic,
rant.
and I think after.
No, the rant topic is the failure of getting Blake from Legacy.
Shut up. We're gonna just do news. Seth Rollins tours with the WWE roster. WWE developmental wrestler Seth Rollins, Tyler Black, will be traveling with the main WWE roster during the post-holiday live events beginning December 26th, so producers and management can evaluate him firsthand.
Too bad Moxie's better than him.
Yeah, really.
What?
Moxley's better.
Moxley's the best SCW wrestler.
I'm hoping Seth Rollins comes in the main roster.
Do you not know who...
Daniel Bryan versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight title. Book it.
Yes.
Shut up, you Mark.
What? That'd be like the greatest world title match in the history of WWE.
You Ring of Honor Mark.
So
hey, there's nothing wrong with being a Ring of Honor Mark.
Is it WrestleMania 20 all over again?
What?
What?
Because that was the greatest tag team match in WWE history right there.
I'm sorry, I saw a funny picture.
Oh my god. But yeah, Daniel Bryan versus Seth Rollins, world title. Book it.
I've never seen this. I've never seen Seth Rollins, so.
Well, you need to go watch his Ring of Honor work.
Him and Davey from Death Before Dishonor is gold.
Tyler Black was the Ring of Honor world champion before he left.
He's like an Edge, kind of.
He's nothing like an Edge. He is his own person.
No, he's not.
Shut your mouth.
Nope.
He is
His
Tyler
super
Black.
kick sucks, too.
You suck.
I hate his super kick.
He is one of the best wrestlers.
I hate his super kick. I just don't like it.
Is it because he's black? Is it because he's black, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't like black people.
Racist.
Damn, there's no racism on the Arc of Wrestling podcast.
Wait,
I just
heard a truck drive through Greg's house.
It's complete quiet in this house.
No, it's not. There's a gunshot. I just heard a gunshot.
You live in the ghetto, Greg?
Did you drop your laptop again?
I live by Mexico. Well, not that close. I live like 4 hours away from Mexico.
He had 16 people outside his. He had 16 people outside his window last week. So yeah, he lives pretty close to Mexico.
I have a Mexican family who I live next to, and they are loud.
I thought you were Cuban.
I am Cuban.
Alright, but anyway, back to the Seth Rollins being called up thing.
Company officials has also given thought in recent weeks into calling Rollins up to the main roster permanently. They're also talking about Dean Ambrose.
That's John Moxley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he became very relevant when he had his match with William Regal and was probably considered one of the best matches.
Actually, it wasn't that match. It was Dean Ambrose versus Tyler Black or whatever.
That was the
30-minute Iron Man match.
That was the other match. But his first one was with William Regal, and everybody enjoyed that one. I actually enjoyed it when I went back to watch it on YouTube.
He also had a match with CM Punk.
That's true.
Yeah, CM Punk was impressed with Ambrose.
Announcer to wrestle at. They're talking about Jerry Lawler wrestling at WrestleMania 28.
Oh yay!
Why?
I don't know.
Who's he gonna wrestle?
Probably Cody Rhodes.
Why would he wrestle Cody Rhodes?
He's already wrestling Booker T, and that's probably not gonna last long.
Goldust wants to wrestle Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania.
Too bad Goldust sucks.
He's been
Goldust
petitioning
would
that.
block everybody before he got to WrestleMania.
This is true. No, actually, well, like I said last week, he follows people who take pictures of his book in his kitchen.
Stupid.
I don't know
Take
why.
a picture of his book in the trash.
Yeah, exactly. No one wants to read about your stupid life.
Jonesy.
What? What did I... Oh, the picture I posted?
Hey, come on.
Okay, there's a former knockout, who's gonna be on The Biggest Loser, Kim Nielsen,
Never heard of her.
Who appeared in TNA Wrestling back in 2002 to 2004 as Desire, probably. Is a contestant for the upcoming season of NBC's reality TV show, The Biggest Loser, premiering January 3rd, 2011.
How fat did she get?
Apparently super fat.
Because you have to be really fat to be on that show.
She weighs 252 pounds, and she says she's tired of hiding from wrestling fans, friends, and family because of the way she looks.
Like people on that show are like 320 though.
There's actually photos of her.
Wait, 2011? You said?
No, 2012.
Okay.
Let me look at her now. She was hot back then, I have to say. Oh god, she has gotten fat. Holy shit! Oh god! Oh!
Post the picture.
Now I'm curious. Please post.
I like how off topic we got.
Here, I'll post it before. Let me get a good.
Dude, come on, bro.
We've been off topic like all night.
Here's it before.
Here's your before, man.
Right here.
Right here. About now. Here.
And
she wasn't bad. Not bad.
Here's another before. She's actually really hot.
Let's see.
Here's another before.
That looks so wrong, that picture.
That's before?
That's before.
I just want to see the after. I don't care about before.
Oh god. Here's the after.
She was kind of hot.
This is the girl you shy away from in the supermarket when she's on her stroller, like her little. Oh god.
Her cart.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Is this the fat woman that tells you that she masturbates to you?
Oh damn!
What the fuck happened,
I think I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
It's so sad that Strike actually remembered that. Oh my god.
What's that?
Okay, this is terrible podcasting. What the fuck happened?
Get on the ball, Greg.
Are you on the ball? Get on the ball.
This is horrible podcast. This is horrible podcasting, but yet we failed to. What? It's too late now.
No, because we may still get him on. It just depends.
No, we won't.
Get over it.
Okay, well, moving on. Velvet Sky dismisses negative online reports. Recently, there has been on The Wrestler Observer editor Dave Meltzer said that much of Karen Jarrett's degrading on-air dialogue toward the Knockouts division, Starlet, is based on how the certain company officials legitimately perceive her. And she tweets on Tuesday to sponsor a fan, "Lol, that rumor is so far from the truth. Don't even believe everything you read, people."
It sounds like a generic.
Grown man plus rumors equals wrong.
That's all I have to say.
Try again. Thanks for playing. Try reporting something with truth to it. Must be slow week.
Oh my god. I just died on the Power Rangers. Oh my
What?
Okay. Time magazine remembers Macho Man Randy Savage. Times 2000 person in 2011 made a brief biography on Randy Savage. Savage, who passed away on May 20th, was included in the fond farewells section of notable deaths in 2011.
That's
Macho
nice.
Man is my favorite wrestler of all time.
Oh,
Cool story.
I loved that, and I was very sad to hear that he passed away.
He saved us from the Rapture.
What else? Oh yeah, he did save us from the Raptures. As noted before, the WWE officials are very high on FCW star Dean Ambrose, John Moxley, who is currently on the road with the main event roster. Ambrose is viewed as one of the best talent in FCW as far as all-around potential goes. Ambrose and Seth Rollins have been seeing much better. The rest of the FC roster has been changed, whatever. And Chris Jericho also, he commented on Kane's return don't have any costs. I don't care. So he doesn't care. He said same old shit. And he's also, he's supposed to be recording his album from January to March, I believe. So who knows if we're going to see Jericho. We're probably not.
We will.
He might be working the internet.
Yeah, he always works the internet.
And WWE puts anti-Cena T-shirt up for sale at the house shows.
No.
If you guys, I'm not sure if you guys seen the I Hate Cena shirt.
I haven't seen it.
Here, it's the picture's a little blurry.
I already saw it.
Okay, Hunter, you don't give a shit.
I'm just telling you, I already saw it.
What are we talking about again?
The Cena shirt.
Okay, I am in the process of advertising or getting somebody that might be on here. But continue.
That's it. If you guys want to look at it, the picture's blurry, but it's there. You can see it perfectly. It says, in big letters, Cena sucks, and we hate Cena.
Oh, delightful.
It's still going to make him money, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's still going to make him money, but, I mean, at least it's, something different than their rise above hate, hustle, loyalty, respect thing.
As being a bully, that's not going by their campaign.
Yeah, really?
Their campaign's dead.
The campaign's
Michael
been
Cole
dead for
made
like
it,
3 weeks. That campaign's been dead for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Not in my heart.
Well, your heart's black. And
As I found a really hot picture of William Garcia.
We don't care. She's 50 years old.
If she's naked, then I'll look at it.
It's hot, but she's not naked.
Oh, with that, I don't care.
That's not
Are there
newsworthy.
boobies?
That's
Are there at least boobies?
super hot.
Dude. On CM Punk's Twitter, he just posted a picture of him and Daniel Bryan holding the world titles
Where?
I saw
Yeah,
the
right,
picture.
Where?
next to each other.
Did you just mark out, dude?
Yes, I did.
You're marking out.
I need to look at this.
I
They
already
don't.
looked at the picture. It's pretty awesome.
Twitter.
Twitter.
Where is it? Okay, here's CM Punk.
You idiot.
Should be at least following him.
Pony.
Oh, that's sick. Ah! Okay.
I just want to point out. Can you ever imagine 2 guys from Ring of Honor holding the 2 main titles in World Wrestling Entertainment at the same time?
Yep, I just saw it right now.
You're an idiot. You know what I meant, you douchebag.
Oh.
You just killed the whole show, Mike.
2 indie schmucks didn't do so bad, eh?
PickTwitter.com/PRVMH196.
Alright, let's continue with the show.
That's all we have for the news, everybody.
Okay.
Oh, that was informative, yeah.
It was a really slow week. I mean, I can't remember anything else that happened.
Batista trashed the PG project again.
We already talked about
Oh, did
that.
we? I'm sorry, I was advertising.
Yeah, he just, shot on the entire thing.
CM Punk just posted on Twitter something about Daniel Bryan and everybody, the young
What
talent.
the fuck was that?
Dude, this podcast went downhill when you were talking to somebody for 2 hours, thought they were the right person.
Dude, I think I just heard a car accident outside my house.
I don't care.
Good.
Let's continue the show.
What? You're getting shot at?
Fuck them. Oh yeah, Kalen's advertised face AJ.
I don't care.
We don't care.
I do.
Nope.
And
only
Mark
one.
Henry injures with hand quotes
Yeah, he's too fat to walk.
WWE cameraman.
He injures a cameraman.
Oh my gosh, not the cameraman.
And,
Anything but the cameraman.
and
Hold on. I'm interested. What cameraman did he injure?
Number 457.
Chris
Oh,
Amen.
Cameraman number 457. Okay,
Yeah.
I got you.
No, they injured. Oh wait, that's the doctor's name. Never mind.
That's the what?
What?
And
Injured a doctor?
Maria Canals is debuting.
Just call her Maria.
And is debuting in Ring of Honor.
Debuting?
Debuting.
Debuting?
Debut.
The T is silent turkey.
With
Eating someone.
With her boyfriend.
Yeah, the prodigy Mike Bennett.
Mike Bennett.
Wow.
Oh look, AJ looking very sexy in Ringer.
Oh my god.
Oh my!
You pedophile.
I
He's
knew
looking pretty sexy in that Ringer.
Thank God.
I knew at some point we were going to get to this again.
Yeah, Greg, what do you keep bringing it up for?
Ew.
CM Punk said on Twitter that the change have started with young talent getting pushed. He's talking about Kofi Kingston, Evan Bourne, and Zack Ryder, and Daniel Bryan.
We should just have a segment when we come back from the break.
Daniel Bryan isn't
of CM
young.
Punk tweets. But he's young in comparison to WWE standards.
He said the change has started.
Like 30.
I know, but, you know.
As well as CM Punk. CM Punk like 31.
I mean, like, he looks younger, though.
Yeah, he does look younger, but he's 31, 32 almost. Cena's like 33, 34.
Anyway.
Is he? Cena? Yeah, Cena's young.
Okay, well, he's older than Daniel Bryan, but Cena's young.
I hate his name, too. John Felix Anthony... What the fuck is Felix?
Felix the Cat.
Felix is a strong name.
Yeah, Cena's 34.
Okay.
Huh.
Felix the Cat.
Cena licks the cat?
Felix the Cat.
Oh.
The Rock likes pie.
Oh my god.
I like Power
Oh my god! Do you like pie,
Can we get on with the rant segment?
or do you like the strudel?
Greg likes the strudel.
Dude, I had a scone today, and it was pretty delicious.
I don't care. Finish this up.
So, what do you guys want to talk about in the rant segment?
Let's talk about how long it
has
took Zack Ryder to
nothing
finally get
to do with me.
Oh, well, I got nothing then.
I'm good.
I've already mentioned my
How about we...
complaints with the world title shot.
Let's complain about how David Otunga was on the TLC commercial, but not even on the card.
Yeah, I know. What the fuck's up with that?
Yeah, why doesn't he have a world title shot already?
He's the #1 contender, I heard, for Daniel Bryan. He's gonna make him tap out.
Exactly.
Mike, what are your thoughts on this?
I had... What are my thoughts?
Yeah.
I had to poop. Those are my
You
thoughts.
took one out of my book.
Those are my thoughts. And I will name whatever comes out, David Otunga.
Okay, I guess we're done with the
You'll
rant.
name your poop. Okay.
David Otunga, because that's what he is. He is a
That's kind of
turd.
weird.
He is
That's
a
a little
turd. He is a turd.
That's a little
You
weird.
can't hate the bow tie.
I hate the moves.
It's classy. It's very classy.
Every time I hate I hate it. I bring on David Otunga like every week. Do I really have to do it again?
Maybe.
But he's got a classy sweater vest, a coffee cup, and a bow tie.
Okay, Mikey Otunga. We all know that you like Otunga.
Hey Greg, how's that
Hey,
recruitment? Hey,
Blake?
Hey
Are
Greg.
you trying to talk about Blake?
Okay.
Captain Rogers? Does that ring a bell?
Hey Greg, how's that recruitment of that guy from that one company we won't mention coming?
I think his name starts with
Yeah,
Blake and ends with New Legacy.
I'm done. We're not even gonna do the pop up much.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
Okay, we're gonna start with the pop up much.
And I'm going first.
Oh, you can't put me in it.
Shut up.
Yeah, I'm doing whatever I want.
You deserve all flop and botches in this one.
I am
Greg.
doing whatever I want.
Just don't go into full depth on what happened.
The death of what happened? I'm going to discuss it all.
Death of a podcast host.
The pop news to CM Punk and Daniel Bryan. But more importantly, I'm going to jump right into the flop and the botches.
And that's the end of our show. Thank you everybody for joining us this week on
Shut your mouth.
We're not done.
Charlie,
Shut your mouth.
We are
We're not done yet.
Shut your mouth.
We are canceling the pop-off and botch because of timing. Thank you everybody for joining us this week.
We have plenty of time.
Dude, you end this podcast, I'm leaving. Do not end the recording.
We will all leave and not come back.
We'll kick you out, actually.
We will boycott tomorrow.
Okay.
Are we still recording?
Yes.
The flop and the botch this week. For those people who don't know.
Okay, Mike, don't go into depth about it.
I'm going to describe it though because it deserves to be described.
Don't name names.
I won't name names, but I'm going to name one name.
Alright.
I won't name where he's from. There you go. For those who don't know, we were doing a live broadcast on the Main Event Network channel on Twitch TV. The link will be at the bottom of the page. We were our wonderful host, Greg Alvarez, was in talks with a prominent member of a certain group named Blake. We won't mention where he's from. In all fairness to Greg Alvarez.
I'll mention where he's from.
No, you won't.
No, you won't, because we don't even know if we're going to get him on or not.
I already did, though, so it doesn't matter.
Seriously,
my botch goes to Hunter for being a jackass.
My botch goes to you for not liking Daniel Bryan and David Otunga.
Anyway, people who don't know, Greg was talking to somebody named Blake at 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. He was in contact.
11 what?
He was in contact with a certain member named Blake, in the high hopes that we were going to be able to get him and at least 2 other members from a very specific group on Twitch TV. 12:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time rolls around.
you have some sort of timeline in front of you. Like, you spent the time writing it down.
No.
Like, I'm gonna fucking rip this guy open.
Well, this is a big this is a big faux pas, so I think it deserved to be written down.
And this entire place is gonna be edited by a big bleep.
No.
Yeah, it will.
No, it won't.
Yeah, it will.
No, it won't.
I will go through the process of bleeping this entire part out.
Why
If it's edited, I quit.
Why you don't bleep it out?
Edit it, man.
Just
Edit
continue.
Why do you gotta be gay?
Just continue.
If you bleep it out, I would just bring it back up tomorrow night.
Just continue.
At 12:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we had to cut our live broadcast short, or 12:50 a.m. Our live broadcast short for the owner of Main Event Network to cast before the next person comes in. We are doing a break, and our illustrious host happens to say, "Oh, by the way, we have the wrong guy."
No, I say, uh-oh, we have the wrong guy.
Oh yeah, uh-oh, we have the wrong guy. At this point, I had gotten kicked from the call because my Skype threw. So I come back and I go, so who were you talking to? He proceeds to tell me who it was and places the blame on me.
No, I didn't play. I thought that you sent me that Skype, and I didn't know if that was...
That sounds like blame to me.
Or not. But I soon realized that wasn't... You didn't send me that guy.
I'm almost done. He says I sent him this person, which I did not. The only people I sent him was Tad, Rage from last week, and Rory, who's in the call now. He goes, no, you sent him to me. And I said, no, I didn't. So that is my flop and botch. And he discussed our end of award show, which is tomorrow night. And this guy named Blake was all gung-ho for it. And now he's not talking to Greg. Instead, he's talking to family members.
Hey, he's going to join us next week.
Thank you, Greg, for breaking this guy's heart.
I bet he's devastated and pissed off.
He is.
We'll make it up because we're actually going to have him next week, probably.
You mean tomorrow night?
Yeah, tomorrow.
We will explain at the end of the show.
Probably.
Okay, but who's next?
I am. My pop goes to D-Bry because he's an amazing person. My flop would have to go to... I don't know. You know what? No, my flop goes to Wade Barrett. They had a chance to push him. he was doing well, and then he had to lose against Randy Orton. I was really disappointed about that because Orton didn't need that win last night. This night, obviously he wasn't going to benefit from anything because Orton can automatically jump into the main event spot whenever he wants, and Barrett still needs a push. My botch would have to go to Kevin Nash because he did. What happened to Kevin Nash at the end of that?
He tried to take a pedigree and he fell flat on his face.
Yeah.
That was a horrible.
With a man who's like almost 50. Is he 50 years old?
52.
I think Nash is like 40.
He's 52.
He is 52? Yeah, I mean, you gotta expect that he was probably gonna do that. And who's next?
I'll do it.
Okay, Rory. What's your pop, flop, and botch?
Alright. Pop goes to Daniel Bryan. It's just that awesome. Flop, yeah, it definitely goes to Wade Barrett. I'm not copying either because I was really disappointed they lost.
Yeah.
And then botch goes to Greg. That's about it.
He wasn't even here for it. You get the botch.
Yeah.
Okay, who's next?
Funny.
Strike.
Go.
Jonesy.
Go strike.
I'm next.
Alright,
I'm
go on.
next.
Well, just somebody go.
My pop goes to Zack Ryder because he finally gets rewarded with all of his hard work with the United States Championship, and it was in a good match at that. My flop goes to Greg because there's just so much wrong, and my botch goes to Kevin Nash.
Alright. Jonesy,
Go,
Hunter.
I'll go. My pop goes to D-Bry and CM Punk. My flop goes to Greg. And for my botch, I'm going to give it to Greg and Kevin Nash.
Oh my god.
Greg, did you already go?
Yes, I already went.
Okay. I'll get to end it finally. So my pop is for Daniel Bryan and CM Punk.
Alright.
The flop is for your time management of the charity event, leaving him 5 minutes.
Well, we were gonna start it at the end of TLC, and he agreed.
We've already established the timing
That's
issue.
my flop. Hey, that's my flop. You don't have to even comment. And then my botch is Greg.
Alright. That's pretty much the end of the show, everybody. Thank you for joining us for this week's episode of Arc of Wrestling. This is the episode 12. Join us.
This week.
Tomorrow night, we will be doing our award show with who knows who. Depends on who we get last minute. If
Rory can come.
If it's not tomorrow, then it surely will be Tuesday.
Vote for Rory.
It depends on if I'm have to work late tomorrow or not.
You people in your jobs.
Shut up, you freeloading,
Thank you.
welfare check receiving pony.
Hey, whoa. Calm down.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. The award show, I don't know when it's going to be up.
Maybe I'm living the high life.
It will be up. It will surely, I will start working on it probably Tuesday
Swap my
or Wednesday.
EMT.
And thank you, everybody, for joining us. See you next week.
The truth